Boo. Um, too much headbanging. Hair's too long. It's not. Hey man, for me, this is long hair. When it starts, I know it's bad because the things that didn't used to bother me, right? Like now they bother me. If I accidentally like look down the wrong way and the hair's in my eyes, what the heck is that? I don't remember that. I don't remember that being a problem.
I will admit there is like an awkward phase when like your hair gets to a certain point where it's just like super annoying and it stays that way for like 3 years. But then once you get past it, like once the hair's like past your chin, then you're good.
Not a good selling point, man. 'Cause you said years, right? Did you say years?
Yeah. You had like longer hair than this before at one point.
Odds are in the house and Twitch, and they say shaved head for the win. I mean,
Yeah, that's still pretty metal too. Can't go wrong with the shaved head.
yeah, I don't think my wife would love me with the shaved head. She already gets upset if I cut it too short because she liked me with long hair, right? That's when she met me. That's how she knows me, right? And she loving the COVID quarantine, shelter in place hair of Adam. But Adam is starting to remember all the things that he did not like about long hair. So now I gotta look at headbands. Now I gotta look at like merch from other bands to find like a decent headband because I'm sure they make them, right? Like that, I feel like that's a market they've probably got cornered already. If not, come on, guys, what are you doing?
Like one of those like sweatband kind of things that goes around your head. Is that what you're talking about? Or
headband? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I can't remember the last time I saw one of those.
Did you watch tennis in,
No, I don't watch any sports at all.
Oh my goodness. I'm not a big sports ball fan, but I know that those headbands exist from tennis. So.
Okay. All right. I know what you're talking about now. I do. Last time I did watch tennis, I do remember that. So, okay.
Wolfsbane reminds us basketball as well, right? Those are the big terry cloth ones, right? Yeah, now you know what I'm talking about, right?
Now I know what you're talking about.
Got to keep all that sweat off my face, because I perspire like crazy, and the hair out of my face. I don't know. We'll see. I do have a hat if you'll indulge me.
I'll indulge you always. That's really funny, actually, because hang on. I got to move a window of mine so I can see. Okay, it says O'Neill. Perfect. Cool. So for my job, as being in the video production field, we've been doing a lot of shoots recently outside, and it's been very warm down here in Southern California. So I was thinking to myself, man, I need to get a big hat just like the one you're wearing. But I have to keep in mind a lot of times I run audio when we're filming and I have to wear headphones. So those don't really work that well with that type of hat, as Adam is clearly demonstrating. We'd have to balance it very well.
Yeah. So, I mean, I didn't put the drawstring on or anything, but it's funny. So this isn't even my first choice in if we're talking hats here. This is like my kids call it the old man hat. Because it's what old men wear.
It's functional though, right?
Yes, it keeps my shoulders from burning. It keeps my head cool.
Exactly. That's my whole point. That's why I want one.
The dad hats are perfect, right? Like. Man. So I had another old man hat like this one, and it wasn't. It didn't have the covering on the bottom, so it kind of just started like disintegrating after going to the beach a bunch of times, just kind of like fraying and coming apart. So I found this one and it was on sale, so I bought it. It took like 3 weeks to get here, but whatever. But there's another brand called like Hemlock, and they make the same type of style, but in like tons of different different fabrics and stuff.
Oh, so interesting.
I was looking at one of them. It's got sharks on it, and me, I'm all about the sharks. Like.
Nice.
Yeah, man. It's good stuff.
Friggin' sweet.
Freaking awesome. It's summertime. It's hot out. Wear your dad hats. Put on sunscreen.
Yes.
Oh, that reminds me.
Your
I can
face
add some
masks.
sunscreen, your face mask, all the things. You won't get sunburned on your face as long as you're wearing your mask correctly.
Yeah, exactly.
Reminds me, I can add something to follow up at the end of the thing.
Oh, okay. Cool. Shall we get started with songs stuck in our head? There we go.
Yeah. So it's been a little bit since we last talked, and I just recycled the song that I had stuck in my head from the last time we were scheduled to record, just because I was like, well, it's still kind of relevant, and it's got a funny story behind it. So you all remember what I would consider, it goes well with the dad hat thing. So you remember dad rock? Remember the dad metal?
Yeah.
That was fine. So I was like, how did this become a thing? Like when did Volbeat like do their whole dad thing? Like where'd they get that from? And then I was listening to just kind of like old music, and I rediscovered Soilwork. And talk about a band that's had like a crazy history. Like, dude, they've had so many members in the time that they've been around. Like, it's been off.
I don't actually know much about them.
From what I read on the Wikipedia, it was a lot of things. There was a lot of stuff going on. It was a lot of scrolling, and I was like, yeah, I'm not into this. But I remember there was one of the songs, and I forget which one I gave you. I don't remember which album it's off of. If it's off of Figure Number 5 or Stabbing the Drama, I don't remember which one it is.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh well, Mr. DJ, you're supposed to help me there. But the song is called "The Mind Maker," and I think at about like 2 minutes. And this is going to be funny because I gave you this, like 2 weeks ago. We'll see if I remember why I picked this song, because my time marker is about 2 minutes in.
All right, cool. And here we go. I'm looking at the album. It is Figure Number 5. All right, here we go. 2 minutes.
Bad brain. Oh yeah, it's total dad butt rock thing.
Yep. That could almost pass for Trivium. Like with his vocals there that came in like right at the beginning.
Yeah, the harsh vocals. The grooving guitar though is what kind of like got me. But then I think this has a guitar solo in it, so we get to listen to it.
Ooh, nice. That's cool.
See, this is Volbeat but better. This is good Volbeat. That was the groovy riff.
There we go.
Yeah, man, but I had wondered, why? Have you ever just asked yourself, why?
Why?
yeah, but why? So in my quest for finding the ultimate dad metal, I think I'm getting closer to the Genesis, especially after, looking up this band and their history. So I feel like, Volbeat influenced by Soilwork. If that's not on their Wikipedia page, I'm going to sneak it in there somehow.
There we go. Yeah, that could definitely work. All right. So the song stuck in my head this week. There is, I guess, like a tiny story behind it. I had come across this band about a year ago. At the job I had at the time, it was a lot of just like sending emails. So I got to listen to my own music in the background. And I came across this band on Bandcamp, and I really liked it. The album artwork and the band logo is really kind of what hooked me. And then the music just was super awesome. And then I forgot about them because I hardly ever use Bandcamp for anything, which kind of sucks. My main platform is Spotify. And again, just kind of went to the back burner. And then all of a sudden, last week, my wife had showed me this band. She's like, "Do you know this band?" And I didn't recognize the name just by the text. I was like, "Nah, I don't know, maybe." And then she's like, "Oh, well, they came out with a new album. You might like it." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'll give it a listen." New album rocks. And then as I was looking on Spotify at, the rest of their discography, I was like, "Hey, I recognize that album cover and that logo. This is that one band." So I got really excited, and then I listened to the old album because that's the one I really liked. Anyway, bringing it around here. The band is called Inexorum. The song is called Raging Hearts off of the album Lore of the Lakes. And just right from the beginning, it just kicks butt. So typical black metal tremolo riffing.
With that bass.
You can actually hear it?
With the Sky Filter, it like cranked it.
So typical scream. I feel like the more you listen to this kind of stuff, again, there is a formula that's very apparent. But I enjoy it.
I mean, it's like, I don't know how to put this. I'm going to put this in a culinary analogy, just because we're really into cooking right now. It's like spaghetti or your favorite dish, right? There are tons of different ways to spice it up, but you're not going to reimagine spaghetti, right? You can, and sometimes people do. But people who like spaghetti, they just want refined spaghetti, right? They just want a good Sunday gravy. I
love this analogy. It's perfect. Inexorum, refined black metal spaghetti.
Sometimes I put some basil in there, sometimes you put some more garlic, but all in all, it's noodles and red sauce,
It's just tremolo riffs and blast beats.
Noodles and red sauce.
All right. So that's a song that's been stuck in my head.
Sweet. So some follow-up. It's been a little bit since you and I talked. We had to do some postponements.
Yes.
And some postponement again. So we've had kind of this thing in the works for a little while now. Some ultra special, cool episode that we were gonna run. And that's just getting postponed. So I know people have been anxiously awaiting, right? Especially because we've teased it a couple times. Let's just say you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. Much like all your favorite movie releases are getting pushed out, till theaters are reopened because they want to cash in. We're pushing things out so we can cash in.
Yes, totally. It's just a scheduling issue. I had some technical issues last time we were supposed to record, which postponed it once, and then another thing happened and then postponed it again. So we're hoping by next time we should be good for what's coming. It's going to be awesome.
It'll be great.
Yes.
All right, man, you have your corner that you want to play in.
Yes. So because I was unavailable last week, I am back with another twofer. So just to kind of make up and keep on this track of one new band per episode. So the first band I want to feature is called Night Demon. Both of these bands that I'm going to feature came off of my Spotify Discover Weekly playlist. It's been very good to me recently again. Thank goodness. Night Demon is really cool. They have kind of an old school metal feel. But they're a relatively newer band, which is awesome. So as far as riffs go, song construction, recording quality, all of it definitely has an 80s new wave of British heavy metal vibe, which is really awesome. So the song I want to feature is called Kill the Pain, off of the same album name. And this one, it's just got a really cool riff at the beginning. So we will start it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you might like this band.
Oh, yeah, look at that flavor. Like this?
Yeah, this definitely reminds me of some Black Sabbath stuff, Iron Maiden, some Judas Priest even too. It's all there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, riffage.
Yes. Gotta wait for them vocals to come in.
All right, Kiss. Move out of the way. Right. What happened?
Yeah, it's very Iron Maiden-esque. He does some harmonies too with the singing. at some point. I forget if it's in this. I know he does it in a lot of their other stuff too. I went through their discography on Spotify, and it's good.
Sometimes you just need a classic dish, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So I forget where the harmonies come in that song, but anyway, that's that band. Go check them out. They're really rad. Night Demon. The album again, Kill the Pain.
Do you watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, or have you watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yes, it's been a little while. I would say at least a couple years maybe since I've seen it, but I have watched pretty much all of the episodes. I think that was released up to that time.
Night Demon just reminds me of Nightman.
Yeah. Nightman. Oh. That's so good. Totally forgot about that.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness.
Man. Oh, man. Always sunny. Always funny. All right. Next band on my underground corner here. I don't know how to pronounce the first part of this.
You were struggling hard with this one, too.
Yeah, so
having an inner dialogue with yourself in our Skype document.
Yes, we'll get to that in a little bit. It'll be more apparent later on, but I'm going to try and pronounce this band. They're from Norway. They're called Vredehammer, I think is how you pronounce it. Yeah. Anyway, they've got a few albums out. The one I listened to most was called Viperous. And the song is called Skinwalker. They've got a really cool death metal sound overall, but they mix in synths every now and then on their songs, which makes it sound really effing cool. They've got really awesome riffs, really fast, really tight. The song I want to take a look at here is called Skinwalker. And let's see here, about 2:45 in almost 3 minutes. There's this really awesome riff behind like this kind of double bass thing going on with the drums. And then after that, like the guitars drop out and the synths are just going along with the double bass, and it's really sick. So take a look at that here. Kind of hear the synths in the background a little bit.
Okay. I kind of really like that though. Like that
I know, right? It's
pretty tight. Like
again, when I heard it too, I was like, "Oh man, Adam's gonna like this too." It's just like really cool because like a lot of death metal is just like so like in your face, up front, like riffs, blast beats, whatever. Like it's all just like right up in your face, and when you like kind of drop it out like that and have something else going on, that makes it really interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely what I needed, right? Like I need that palate cleanser before the next main course of spaghetti.
Yes, exactly. So those are my two bands for my underground corner here. Vredehammer and Night Demon. Just go check them out when you get a chance.
Sweet. So because of our postponement, we had to come up with a topic kind of on the fly. And you were very gracious to bring up this topic idea of let's do part 2 because we're halfway through the year. Feels like an eternity.
Right.
I know. But to do our upcoming album releases part 2, right? So more bands have given release dates for their albums, despite all of the craziness and closures and stuff like that. But more people are getting creative, so time to revisit that with part 2. And this was great for me because I was totally not prepared. But I had been listening to my new music for you playlist, and there was a lot of metal tracks that came on, and I was smart. I did big brain dad stuff here, big brain Adam stuff, and I put it on my not sure if playlist. And I don't know if you have one of those. Do you have a not sure if playlist, like a Fry meme playlist, like not sure if good or just catchy at the time?
I don't have one. So that's really interesting, though. I really just like do the little heart thing on Spotify. So I like it there, but then I have like a separate playlist for like all the things that I've liked. And then I'll go back and listen to stuff. And then that's kind of, I guess, my de facto what if or whatever you just said.
Sure if. Yeah.
Not sure if. Thank you. God, short-term memory.
See, like my likes are sacred. You know, you don't get a like from me unless you really deserve it. You know, like, I'm very hard to please in that aspect.
Gosh,
like
that's really
for
funny.
a track to gain a heart or a star or any one of those things, like it's gotta be really good. Like that's a high bar for me. So I just go on playlist land, right? So everything gets put into what I call buckets, right? So this is the Not Sure If bucket, which actually had tons of metal that was recently released. So for me, it was perfect. So I haven't done the counts. I think we might be equal this week. Or
we
do you
are
still have
equal
one
this week.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll go first then.
Okay.
And I'm going to preface this with I cheated a little bit, which is what I do. I cheat. I bend the rules to make them fit, you know, especially when it comes to topics. So a couple of these albums have already been released.
It's okay.
We haven't talked about them yet.
Yeah. So I took a look at the dates. They're like really close within like the last couple of months. So
yeah. So there's one that's kind of sliding, but we'll get to that one in a little bit. So let's start it off. So a band that was completely off of my radar, I had no idea they were releasing another album, was Falconer. And this is really sad. The only album I had from Falconer was, I think it's their self-titled. I'm not sure.
It is. Yeah. I know which one you're talking about. It was the one I listened to in like heavy rotation in high school.
Oh yes, heavy rotation. That's like one of my go-to karaoke songs too in the car. You know, like we talked about last time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man! Like you can hit the lows.
There's a lot of Falconer that I can do karaoke to. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Like it's kind of low key, but like it makes you feel good because there's a lot of vibrato in it too. Yeah, like I like it.
And it's in a decent range where it's like not too hard to sing to.
Oh, it's not horrible. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I actually feel okay. Like I'm not straining to do any of these things. Like this feels
like,
good.
Oh, he can't hit the super high notes either. All right.
Okay with that. This is fine. So they had a new album come out, which is From a Dying Ember, and it came out on June 26th. And in, you know, what I remember from Falconer was very, you know, like I know you've talked about your like Viking metal and your, you know, the power metal, this and that. And this is like ye old English, you know, metal for me, right? Like very much like Monty Python and the Holy Grail type era.
Medieval, I guess.
Oh, that's the word. That's the one.
Well, yep. I knew where you were getting at. I was just like, I don't know if he's actually going to get the word.
I don't think I'm going to get it. So anyway, they have some pretty medieval songs in here, but the one that's kind of grabbed me just right off the intro was it's called Desert Dreams, and it's just got like a really kind of like catchy riff, and then his voice comes in a little bit, and you're like, oh yeah, I could handle this singing.
Nice. They've always had good riffs.
Yeah, just catchy.
Chased by the sun, I'm running through the sand, ever burning up by the light.
I love that part.
Everyone's riding on their horse.
Oh, the coconuts, man.
Yeah, I gotta hide with the coconuts. Got too excited.
Yeah, no, your coconuts knocked your mic stand over.
Yeah, it did.
Oh man, intro solo. I forgot.
Solo 1.
But yeah, so
nice.
Classic Falconer, and I I didn't know, right? Because I hadn't listened to them in so long. And all
Not
the
disappoint.
no, man, I was ready for my main course of insert favorite dish here, and they delivered.
Yes. Sweet. All right, we're just gonna zipper this thing like we always do.
Unless you want me to run through my train and then you do yours, but I think a zipper's a better idea.
Yeah, zipper's a better idea, I think, too. All right, so I believe I mentioned this band last time because I was so excited that they were releasing a new album and they had teased a song. The band is Unleash the Archers. They've got a new album coming out on, I wrote the date down, August 21st. So that's coming up here pretty soon in just over a month. Again, album's called Soulbound. They just released Abyss. There we go. I got it. The reason I got confused on that is because in Spotify, it's considered a single, and that's the same like album title as the song. It's not off of Abyss. Yeah, I know. So Spotify let me down that one time. But anyway, the song Soulbound off the upcoming album Abyss. Really awesome. Again, just right off the bat, it's amazing. Here we go. Wait for it. Oh, so good.
Yeah. Brittany slays.
She really does.
Hey, I see why it's there. Oh,
I'm so glad someone brought that up because I've been waiting to use that joke for so long.
Can I say something like that may be unpopular opinion?
Sure, go ahead.
I did not like this music video at all.
I haven't seen the music video.
See, that's the first thing I saw, man. So like I saw that they had released a single, and that's how I consumed the single, right?
Gotcha,
I watched
gotcha. I may have seen like a screen grab of it like in a post, like a just little thumbnail from it.
Yeah. So Abyss was cool. Like I loved that music video because it was just, you know, kind of epic and like space wise. And this is like, I don't know, maybe I'm just not a fan of like the whole like supernatural thing. I think we talked about that before, right? Like that's not me.
Yeah.
This had like some weird like double, you know, each, you know, bandmate playing two characters, like an evil version and a good version kind of thing. And I don't know, I wasn't paying that much attention because I mean, like after the first couple of minutes, or not couple of minutes, but after the first minute, I was like, I don't know if I'm in for this. I mean, I'm in for the song, yeah, but I don't know if I'm in for this, you know?
Yeah. I see what you mean. You and your supernatural stuff.
Scares me, man. I don't know. I'm afraid of the unknown, like intangible stuff. No, fine. Give me 10-foot monsters or, you know, like 10-foot chickens or whatever the cliche, you know, like terrifying monster is, and I'm good. But give me something that I can't see that can hurt me somehow. Like, no, thank you.
Oh, all right, man. What's next on your list?
Oh, my turn. So I'm going to do something that you've done to me, and I'm just going to skip all over the place.
God damn it. I had this one queued up.
So what we'll do is I'll keep you on your toes for the next one.
Okay.
So another band that I'm fond of is Devil Driver. Right. And I wasn't a big fan of their newest stuff. And then I heard that they were going to come out with another album. And I actually saw, I think, again on YouTube, the guitarist was talking about their favorite riffs, typical, you know, like Loudwire or Metal Injection or Guitar World type YouTube video. And they talked about the riff off of one of their latest singles. And I was like, oh, interesting. They have a new single coming out. So I looked it up, right? And their album is going to be coming out in October 9th, which is Dealing with Demons 1. And the first song, I think the first single they released is called Keep Away From Me. And I was a little surprised by this because it's like it's slowed down Devil Driver, right? Like the two singles they've released have been slower overall, but they also are Devil Driver, from what I remember, like they'd start and they wouldn't stop, right? Like it would just be a nonstop solo fest or a nonstop riff chug fest, whatever, right? These songs are a lot more structured. Like they have ebbs and flows, like they have fast parts, slow parts, and they breakdowns and this and that. Like they actually like play around with composition a little bit more. It seems, and that's just a band evolving. And one of their biggest complaints I've heard is that just as soon as Dez starts singing, he just doesn't stop the entire time. Like he just keeps talking the entire time. It's like someone talking over the track. So I think that's kind of slowed down a little bit. But off the song "Keep Away From Me," 3 minutes in, this is kind of like one of the pickup sections, right? It just gets a little bit faster, and then there's some really nice hammer-ons that I really liked.
Nice.
Heavier, right?
Oh yeah.
Good. That with the double bass going in the back, right?
It's got you written all over it.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like this is my metalcore type, like droning. You take your blast beats and like cut down the spice a little bit because I don't like spice. It gives me indigestion. Cut down, throw some sour cream on that, whatever.
Cool it off. Too hot.
Is any ranch dressing to go with these wings? They're a little spicy.
Oh gosh. Nice. I like that main riff though. That's really awesome.
I'm curious to see what the rest of the album brings, right? Because Devil Driver for me, Fury of Your Maker's Hand, like all day, every day, put that on repeat. Slowing down a little bit, getting old,
Yeah.
Maybe I need a little.
It happens.
Unless you keep in shape.
That's true. I have nothing to add to that.
Right.
Cool. Moving right along then. So the next band on my list here is one I found out about fairly recently. I think probably within the lifetime of the podcast here, I discovered them. They're called Venom Prison, another female-fronted band. Really awesome. They've got kind of like a death metal, maybe like blackened death metal kind of feel. They've got a new album coming out called Prime Evil on October the 9th. They just released a single from that called Defy the Tyrant. And again, most of the songs I'm going to be playing is right from the beginning because they're all great right from the start. So this one, Defy the Tyrant, we will take a listen. So for any newcomers to the show, I like blast beats.
You think? Dude, are wailing in the background. Holy smokes. That lead is
like this vocalist almost reminds me of Angela from Arch Enemy.
Okay, now I really hear it. That's all I hear now.
Right?
But the screech was way higher than Angela I think ever got.
Yeah.
No, if ever, but I mean, like, it's higher than normal.
Yeah, like I think there was a couple times, maybe on like Nemesis, where like she got really high.
Yeah. Like that. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, this band's pretty sick, so I'm pretty stoked for this new album. So yeah, go check out the single and then the album when it comes out in October.
Well, there you go. All right, man. Here I go.
Oh boy.
I know. So I'm going to get this one out of the way because I mentioned that most of my songs were, at least halfway through the year. This one's not. Missed the cutoff by like 15 days. So the band is Paradise Lost, and they released an album, Obsidian. And again, like I said, this is on my shuffle, right? Just kind of like my radio mix. So the song Ghost came on, and I've been working a lot this last couple weeks, just a lot of work. So when I turned this on, it was kind of like, if there wasn't something that I was feeling, I would just skip it. And this one kind of came on, and it had like this really just kind of like steady beat just going on, and I was like, I kind of like this. Like it was kind of slow going, but it was just kind of a just a real steady pace, and just really cool guitar leads for like the main sections. And man, what's the voice kind of like? I guess it's kind of like Rammstein type vocals, just kind of that almost like talking but not really talking. Sing talk. What is that? Socking.
Something like that.
But anyway, the song is Ghosts, and 45 seconds in, you kind of get a flavor of all the parts that I talked about, hopefully.
Nice.
Unholy fire seduces.
Yeah, the drums too.
That's cool. It's groovy.
They're supposed to be type.
It's nice because even through the Skype filter, you can hear everything.
And we need to patent the Skype filter and release it to everybody.
Yeah.
Picked a lot of places that had solos.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You know.
Nice.
It was kind of like just what I needed to, like, when you're in the zone, right? Like, and you're doing work. It's like, this is like the thing that came on where I was just, slowly banging my head, what I was doing. And then I had to stop, at like 3 minutes. I'm like, oh, I need to add this song to my Not Sure If playlist.
Yep, there you go.
There.
If it invokes a physical reaction, it just automatically goes there.
No, there's a complicated algorithm that decides whether something is worthy enough to go in the Not Sure If playlist. It has to meet a special set of criteria, because there are ways you can bypass that list completely, right? You still won't get a heart right away. That's really hard to do. But there are ways to bypass that list and get into another bucket. Like there's a guitar bucket, there's a riff bucket, there's a solo bucket, there's a drums bucket.
Okay.
They're all
Not bad.
playlists.
Yeah. That works.
I
It's
have
a
a
nice
very
way to stay
complicated
organized.
You don't want to know.
Maybe I do. Well, I am curious to pick your brain on that, see where you go with it, but that'll be a thing for another day. All right, so moving on to my side here, one band that I haven't listened to recently as far as like their recent releases is Fintroll. I know we brought them up before, but I did see not too long ago, I think probably within the last week, that they are releasing a new album on my birthday. And
What?
yeah, so September 18th, they are coming up with the album. And here again, it comes with, I don't know how to pronounce this word because I know they're from Finland, but for the stuff in Fintroll, like they don't even use like a real language for the words a lot of the time. Like it's their own kind of made up thing. So
This is why you were talking about the highlighting thing.
yes, this is exactly why. So the album that they're coming out with is called Vredesvavd. I think that's how you pronounce it. But it's the same prefix as Vredehammer that we just heard a little bit ago. So that got me on to something like, okay, I've studied German enough to recognize parts of words that, usually have some sort of meaning or importance, right? So in metal bands, I'm trying to think, okay, well, what the heck could this mean? So I typed it into Google Translate, and it automatically took me to Dutch, which I didn't think it was Dutch because neither of these bands are from Holland or the Netherlands. So if I had searched it in Norwegian, it means wrath, which makes way more sense than what it means in Dutch. So I'm going to go with that. So something to do with wrath. That's really cool. Fintroll just released a single, I think within the last week again, called Ormfolk. It's really awesome, really fun, very classic Fintroll. About 45 seconds in again, we'll take a listen, and it's going to hit a lot of those classic Fintroll moments. It's so fun.
It's classic.
It's like the weirdest combination of sounds like you'll ever hear, I think.
You know, like, I the first time I heard Finchel, I definitely wasn't prepared for it, right? And then the first episode we did, you and I, you showed me something with a jaw harp in it, and I was like, what is happening?
Oh, yeah,
what
Moonsorrow.
What did I sign myself up for?
But that's really funny you bring that up because the main guy in Fintroll, who does like keys and stuff there, he's in Moonsorrow.
Yeah. So
good stuff.
Can't escape metalcore, and I can't escape, different sounds in my spaghetti. I'm like, I just want my goddamn spaghetti.
Steven, just bring the spaghetti. You have one job, keep it simple.
Like this time I put chilies in it. What are you doing? Instead of meatballs, I use chicken wings. What?
You know what? I just put it all on a pizza for you this time.
Hate pizza.
Wait, did you just say you hate pizza? This must be a new thing because I'm pretty sure I've eaten pizza with you before.
Oh, yeah, I've definitely eaten pizza, and like if pizza's there, I will eat it, but I do not enjoy it.
Why don't you enjoy it?
Because good pizza is really hard to find, right? And this is going to sound really bougie of me, but it's like, I have a very high standard for pizza now. Like, I've had good pizza. I don't want bad pizza.
All right. So what's like your threshold, or like what won't you sacrifice, or I guess what's your sort of thing for this? Tell us.
You really want to get into the pizza thing? We have more
or
songs.
We can save it for the after show.
I mean, we have more songs to do. I feel like pizza's
all right. We're going to come back to this because I got to know.
I'm feeling a little attacked right now. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, you're still my friend. You're always going to be my friend. But we need to have a serious talk about why you don't like pizza. But let's continue on with your side of the list.
Right, sounds good. So the other band that's near and dear to my heart, Protest the Hero. This was in follow-up, actually, for our podcast 2 weeks ago, but is now moved to our so expertly decided topic. So props to you again for that. So they just released their new album, which I don't even know how to pronounce this. And this is English, right? Palimpsest?
Palimpsest? That's how I would say it. Yeah.
Palimpsests. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Sorry, we're gonna
Palimpsest.
Manuscript page that's been used multiple times. Oh, okay. Palimpsest. Yeah. It has the P in parens, so it's optional, right? That's how that works.
Gotcha.
So anyway, they just released that album. I'm not going to say it again. On June 18th. And Protest the Hero, progressive metal. I've heard a couple of their songs before, but they're very into, the odd time signatures, like very offbeat, riffs and crazy just solos in the middle of nowhere. It's very cool. I enjoy it a lot. And Rhodey Blythe, my favorite.
Rhodey Blythe, yes. I'm so glad that stuck.
Yeah, I'm glad too. He had some vocal troubles, so seeing this album come out was kind of like okay, good, they're still in it, like they still got it. And listening to a couple songs or listening to the whole album, it's definitely got some really good classic Protest moments, and then some like almost experimental, really weird like rap singing type. I don't want to say rap sing, but just like really fast, like lots of vocals crammed into like a short song, right? Like
almost like a Corey Taylor kind of style, like kind of cramming.
Yeah, like spit it out type thing. But in Protest the Hero style, that's a good analogy or a good comparison. But off of this album, there's a song All Hands, which is all hands on deck. And this whole song is kind of like a referendum of, like the United States in its current shape and form, which is kind of really interesting too. But All Hands, like 2 minutes in, I believe this picks us up maybe right before a solo. God, I hope so. If I can hit like a 3 for 3 on solos, I'll be super happy.
That'd be tight. All right, so let's give it a listen then, unless there's anything else you want to say about it.
I'll let the song speak for itself.
All right, cool.
Come rushing toward me, black wave, the train that never did come early anyway. And it never is to live. My dreams are glad to come back.
Worried about the drums, right? Because their original drummer had this really crazy, unique style and could really keep up with like the odd time signatures. And then when they had Chris Adler fill in on one of their albums, I was like, well, that's perfect. Can he just join them for forever now? But alas, yeah. Yeah, Steve's getting blocked by his own filter. He's getting cut out by the Skype. It's not loud enough. He's still finding his voice compared to, the music.
Yeah. Wait for the solo.
I don't know if I got it. Nope.
All right.
Hey.
We'll have to listen to it, the full thing later on or something.
Yeah. I don't know what that is in tennis, right? When you whiff a serve, right? Is it a let?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it something?
Yeah, it might be, but that's twice tennis has come up tonight, so interesting. Something about tennis.
Themes, Steve. They're called themes.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Bouncy ball, volley back to you.
Oh, nice. There we go. Perfect.
Got it?
Perfect.
All right.
All right. So next band on my list here, I featured them before, I think fairly recently, within the past like 5 episodes or so. Mors Principium Est. Whew. That middle word is really hard. It always gets me. Principium. There we go. I think when I say it all together with it, that's where I get messed up.
You just keep getting caught up on Prince of Persia.
Yeah, you know what? That's very true. I need to get back into that. Anyway.
Tangents for days.
So they just recently announced that they are coming out with a new album called Seven. That'll be out on October 23rd. However, I think this was just announced like maybe this week or maybe last week. And there, as far as I can tell, no single out yet, at least on the major streaming platforms. So I chose a song off their latest release. That is Embers of a Dying World. The song I want to feature is called Reclaim the Sun. Again, just right off the bat, it's just awesome.
It's the sun. Ooh.
Yeah.
I may have to give this another listen.
You have to listen to this band, dude. I know you're gonna love them.
All right. Let's move into the not sure if list.
Yes, they're
Not
amazing.
sure if good or Steve just trolling.
I will never. Okay. I will always let you know when I feel like you're gonna love the band. That will be like your marker to be like, all right, he's not gonna throw jaw harps and mixed in with blast beats.
Okay. On board with this. It's adding to the playlist.
Sweet. Good stuff.
In the bucket. Buckets. Basketball analogy. Dude, we're all sports today. This is
All
great.
sports, yes. Swish.
Swish, bish. Do you get that reference?
Maybe?
Swish, swish, bish.
No, I don't, I guess.
Okay. Back to
Filter.
my list. This is it, right? This is the last one, isn't it?
This is the last one, yep.
Okay, cool. So this band, I think we've mentioned this band before. Have we mentioned Avatar before?
I think we've mentioned them. I don't know if we've actually played anything though. Maybe like one song, and it would have been from you, not from me.
Then we definitely haven't played it before because I do not remember this at all.
Okay, I feel like maybe we've discussed them then at least.
Possibly. So Avatar was another band that kind of came up in my recent new playlist band. Here's music for you that you can listen to while working. However you want to classify that playlist. So the album that is going to be released by them is coming out in August 7th, and it's called Hunter Gatherer. And the song that I got turned on to by them was Silence in the Age of Apes. And I don't remember exactly what stuck out for me in this song. I want to say it was the beats, the blast beats, maybe. I don't know, man. This is great. Let's roll the dice and see what the timestamp 1 minute and 45 seconds has, because I have a note from there to go from 145 to the solo. So let's just see what that brings.
All right, here we go. Buckle up. I was expecting.
I know. The double bass, that's what it was.
Yeah, I know you and your double bass.
But
Yeah.
yeah. Hit it.
That's some Dimebag Daryl kind of soloing there almost.
All the dive balls, oh my gosh, man.
And the wahs, like everything.
Still tapping away.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Whoa.
What?
Man, all right. Well, maybe I'll have to give this album a listen. Shoot.
This goes in your not sure if bucket.
Yeah, I guess this is, I'm going to have to make one for this. This is what starts it.
That's how it happened.
Man, that was cool. That was a really long solo, too.
Yeah, it was. I didn't expect it to be that long. I forgot.
Yeah, so I stopped it at 3:16. So we went from 1:45. So like we had a little bit of like riffage. So we could say maybe at like 2:15. So like a full minute solo. That's nuts, man. Oof.
Yeah. Woo. Tired.
Oof.
Sweating just thinking about that. Oh, it's a workout.
All right, I think we got to slow down for the last one here. So the last band on my side is a doom metal band.
Oh, it's gonna take forever.
But fear not, my friend. You'll see in a moment. So this band is called Pallbearer. I've known of them for a little while now. I think this might be the first time we're featuring them on the show. They have a new album coming out also on October 23rd, same as the last band, Mors Principium Est. The new album is called Forgotten Days. They just released a single with the same title, but I did notice that it says, at least on Spotify, it has a little tag at the end. It says edit. So it says Forgotten Days -edit. And it's only about just under 6 minutes. So that makes me think they had to trim, like, they only got like the first 6 minutes
edit.
of this song, a radio edit. Totally. I think that's what it is.
Oh my gosh. The abridged version, please. That's what I would like. What?
Yes. It's just like a rearranged version. Yeah. Oh man. Good stuff. But anyway, the song is really cool. In typical doom metal Pallbearer fashion, it's just really heavy. It's got a really cool riff after like the main like intro here. So we'll take a listen.
Eerie noises. Still rapper. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. Dude.
All the heavy.
So there won't be any Doom metal on my playlist, right? Because that's what, one day? What did we say a Doom playlist was?
Oh, yes.
8
I think
years.
we were. Yeah, I think we're like close to the year range. We got to go back. You gonna look that up right now?
Yeah, it's 1.5 years.
Yeah, 1.5 years. Yeah, not gonna happen.
Just one song would have been longer than my whole playlist because one song was like 44 in the third minutes. Yikes, yikes,
Yeah.
yikes.
Cool. That rounds out our main topic. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Lots
Did
to
a
look
good-
forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gets all the way to October.
Yes. Yeah, I couldn't find anything past October.
Yeah, no, I don't think anyone's yeah. I think most people are slowing down, right? Like
Yeah.
that'll be another topic is bands that I wish would release another album.
Yep. That's
Yes.
a good one. Yes.
All right. So let's move on to some wrap up. I got a couple things in here. So when we didn't do our regular scheduled programming 2 weeks ago, I hijacked the channel and I streamed a video game for a nice long time. And I played Star Fox, I think, on Super Nintendo. Yeah, Super Nintendo. So I feel like yeah.
Cool.
I think I called out on Corneria because I'm like, Steve, where are you? Your music's not here right now. What the
Yeah.
heck? But so I think I played that, and then I played Ori and the Blind Forest. And I don't know if you've ever played Ori and the Blind Forest.
So I have it for Xbox One, but
Okay.
I've just never gotten around to it.
Do you ever play the Metroidvania style games like Metroid, Castlevania? Those types
Yeah,
of-
I played. I'm really big into Metroid 2. I like that one a lot because
Okay.
I used to have that for Game Boy when I was a kid, and that was like
Yeah.
one of 5 games I had for Game Boy when I was a kid. So I played a lot of it.
Okay. And then Castlevania. Did you play any Castlevania games like Symphony of the Night or anything like that? No. Okay.
No, I know the concept though.
So I streamed Ori and the Blind Forest, which is the game I hadn't played in like months. And when I came back into it, oh man, it was rough. It was so bad. And yeah, the Metroidvania, right, is kind of 2D, kind of exploration, side-scrolling, through areas and attacking enemies. And the whole Metroid portion of it is you gain new abilities to access different parts of the map, right? So the map is pretty much unlocked when you start. You just can't access certain areas unless you get like an ability, right? It was, since I hadn't played in so long, I was really bad. I was really bad at it. It's really, really bad at this game. And Wolfsbane in the chat, he was there to kind of give me some pointers here and there, which was awesome. I appreciate that because I wouldn't have gotten past that level that quick unless they pointed out the super obvious to me. But after that, I was like determined to finish that game. So then I finally went and I was like, okay, I'm going to finish this game. So I finished it. And when I finished it, I was like, dang, that was like a difficult game. Like it was pretty good. And then I started going back and like, I'm like, all right, I'm just going to 100% it, right? I'm going to get all the items and collect everything. And then I realized I was missing like 2 abilities. And once I got the abilities, it made the game so much easier. And now I'm like flying around the game like crazy, like blowing everything up. I'm dashing all over the place. I'm like doing triple jumps. And I'm like, oh, why didn't I have this when I started the game? Also, I found out that I had like a third of the health that you're supposed to have by the time you like finish the game. So like I missed all of the health like item pickups. So like, oh geez. The game became so easy. And now I feel like I'm like a pro at this game. And I'm like popping in other people's streams, like giving them like pointers here and there. I'm like, hey guys, like check this out. Like I'm not trying to backseat game, right? I only do that if they allow it. But
you're just like you're spreading the wealth of knowledge of the game.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, Wolfsbane's mentioning because they do have a hard mode and they have all these achievements you can do too. One is like get through the whole game without dying even once. And I'm like, heck
Oof.
no, man.
Yeah.
This game is 90% spike avoidance, and I'm like, there's no way I could get through that without hitting the spikes at least once.
That doesn't sound anxiety inducing at all.
But this brings me to my next thing, is because like I've been looking for a game to speedrun, right? A game that was, accessible, at least in speedrunning, that was available on a platform that I could choose. And I strongly considered like learning the speedrun strats for Ori and the Blind Forest. If it wasn't for the spikes, I probably would do it. Because that game, if you can get the dash ability early on, that game opens up like crazy. And then the other video game that I'm kind of like toying with about speedrunning is a Game Boy game, funny enough. It's
Nice.
Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. Did you ever play that game?
I don't know. It sounds vaguely familiar, though. I
Yes,
might be
that's-
confusing it with another game, though.
Possibly. So this one is the one where you have like a tree zone and then the star zone, and you go in space and you have to fight an alien in a spaceship. And your
Yep. Ask me
signature
there. I don't know what game you're
power
talking
up is a carrot, which gives you bunny ears, which makes you float in the air.
about. Okay. Yeah. Nope. Can't say that I remember that one.
Well, Steve, you are alone because this game is hot right now. Everyone is grinding for the 26:19 spot, right? Everyone's grinding for that world record of 26 minutes and 19 seconds. And I think I can come in underneath all of them and just pop out of nowhere and maybe take this game. Definitely not going to happen.
The enthusiasm's there, though.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think I may actually like consider speedrunning that game as well, because that's like a super chill one. It's all very technical. It's just all about precision jumps, right? And it runs on Game Boy, which Game Boys ran at like a really super low frame rate. I don't remember what it is, but they all run them on Super Game Boys now. So you have to actually convert your Super Game Boy time to real Game Boy time because of all the lag frames. It's like, here's my time, but you have to add 1 minute and 10 seconds to this.
Oh my gosh.
But there's another guy named Adam Ferrari 64, and he just got the world record. And I was on his stream when he got the world record. Like I was just like watching it, and it was pretty exciting to do. So I was like, man, maybe I should start the grind. Maybe I can do it.
Yeah, maybe it couldn't hurt to at least get a baseline or like a few baselines to see like where you're at. But
Yeah, I'll learn the routes. It's any percent glitchless.
There you
I
go.
know how to do it.
that'll be sweet. Nice. Is that pretty much it, or is there anything else in wrap up you want to discuss? Nope. That's it. We are officially in the after show. Good episode, everyone. Woohoo!
Yes. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
So
After show. Woo!
see you guys backstage at the after show, right?
Yes.
Thank you, chat, for everything
Yes.
that you do.
Thank you so much.
Yep. Thank you, mods. Thank you, chat. So controversial thing. We got a membership to the Athletic Club.
Wow, I didn't know you could get a membership to an athletic cub. That's fancy.
So we got one. Super rare. You can take pictures with it. Has to be drugged up though, otherwise it tries to claw your face off. Tigers, man. Poor tigers.
I know,
They
man.
do that in some places, you know?
Anyway, athletic club.
Yes. So I have a membership to those, which includes pool access.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. So like, do we go to the pool with the way things are? You know, like if I tell my kids like, here, hop in the pool, just don't breathe on
I guess
anybody.
I guess you can look at it this way. If you're still social distancing, any chlorine that's in the pool is most likely going to kill anything that can make you sick. So I think you should be okay.
It'll be fine. So the kids have been going to that, which has been great because it started to warm up. You know, it's kind of like perfect, and you know, without having to go to the beach with all the sand, which they all hate, and it's pretty close. So it's kind of like a win-win. Also, I don't ever want to have a pool. Like I never want a pool, ever. Because
Yeah, of the people that I know or have known that have had pools or have pools, it's a lot of upkeep and it's almost not worth it.
Yeah. So I'm willing to pay, this athletic cub for access to its pool. I started doing lap swimming again. And
cool.
I know you and we used to go to, the beach in San Diego, and like I loved being in the water. Like I love swimming. That was like one of my favorite cardio exercises. And I started swimming again, and oh my God, everything hurts, man. Everything is sore.
Everything.
Swimming's a great workout. It's like a full body workout, right? But like, oh dude, like my core hurts, my shoulders hurt, my chest hurts, my lats hurt. Like everything hurts.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting into swimming like that just as like general exercise, but I know as soon as that first day, it's like it's gonna suck so hard because I'm so out of shape.
You probably remember this. Do you remember we used to do weight training, right, in high school?
In high school.
And do you
Yep.
remember when the day we did that crazy chest workout? Do you remember this?
I know exactly where you're going, man.
So we did this crazy chest workout, like just obscene amounts of weight and crazy, like just stupid reps, like stuff that you as a teenage kid should probably not be doing. Like you're probably, tearing all the
Yeah.
muscles. And
No.
so I used to drive this old Chevy S10. It was a V6 model with the 5-speed, so stick shift. And it was great. I loved it. But the day after that chest workout, I was so sore. Like, and when you're sore with your chest, right, your arms are like this, right? So I'm holding on the wheel here, and then I'm shifting with this arm. And this is okay. This is fine, right? Like I can do the arm thing. But then I had to itch my nose, and I could not physically move my hand up to my nose. So I ended up doing this.
Oh my gosh.
Doing this whole
this
thing.
was so
It's like,
good.
ah.
Watching you try to drive and do that was the funniest and most terrifying thing at the same time. Just like, don't crash, please. Did anyone
me?
see you?
No, I don't know. I mean, Steve saw me. He was.
I
in
mean,
the
I was
car.
right next to him, yeah, but I don't know if anyone else like on the road saw him or not. Oh, good times, man. Good times.
So sometimes I'm reminded of that. I'm just like, oh man, is it going to be one of those days where it's like I can't, scratch my nose? Were you there when I bruised my tailbone too?
I don't know. Was that in high school?
No, that was after high school. Well, no, that was after high school, I think. Yeah, that was a
I don't
BMX.
know if I was there for that.
That was a bike one. That was the other thing where that one I couldn't even lay down. Oh man,
Yeah, that sucks.
connected to everything. So, we have a pool, or access to a pool, access to a Cubs. And it's great lap swimming again. I
Nice.
strongly recommend it. The only thing now is getting like music to listen to, because I can listen to music while cycling, like on the trainer downstairs. Cool. I can listen to music while walking. I can listen to music while running, while weightlifting. Can't listen to music while swimming. Well, you can. It'll cost you, and it's
Yeah, do they make special like underwater headphones or like earbuds maybe? Like waterproof earbuds?
So yeah, they do, right? The headphones aren't really the problem, because they just get ones that seal, and most things that would seal decently would block up most of the water. The problem is getting like the MP3 player to play them, right? Because they really don't make Bluetooth ones, right? Having a battery on your head or whatever, like it's not, and sealing all of it's not great. So
Yeah.
I had like an iPod Shuffle, like a tiny little square one, right? And they made a waterproof case for that. It came with headphones, but it was like $100 and something. So like for the waterproof case and headphones, I felt like I was getting ripped off. If I'm going to spend that much, I
Yeah.
might as well get something that's decent. So you can't do Bluetooth because you're in the water, and that kills Bluetooth signal, right? So you're kind of stuck there. So they I think I might have told you this. Do you remember when I got those bone conduction headphones? The ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the same company that makes those makes a like waterproof swim version of them, where they're not Bluetooth. Basically, you sync whatever you want to them, and then they play. So you have to sync, manually whatever you want to listen to over to it. but then they just play. There's no connectivity to a phone or anything like that. They're just kind of standalone. And then they just stay right on your temples. As long as you put like a swim cap on and stuff like that, right? And goggles, like they don't move.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
People say is that you don't really get the weird like underwater sound because it's bone conduction, not, you know, like trying to hammer in through your eardrum.
Yeah.
So it's like,
That sounds interesting.
What pair of headphones can I sell now to pick up yet another pair of headphones this year? Because I got my 1 in, 1 out policy.
Yeah.
So how much are those? Wolfsbane asking. They're about $149.
Okay. That's still, I mean, for that type of technology, and if you're a regular swimmer, then maybe, but
Let's at least give it a month to see how well my body can sustain swimming, you know.
yeah, because I know how you are with headphones in general, so.
Yep.
Oh.
It's a problem.
That's okay. I'm helping you through this addiction.
It's fine. I'm good.
I'm your sponsor. I'm your headphone sponsor.
It's anonymous. I'm an Adam, and I'm addicted to headphones.
We're here for you, Adam.
So much support. I just got to call you guys and be like, guys, there's this really cool pair of headphones I'm so tempted to buy, but I looked away. I need so. Remember what happened last time, man? You bought them and then you liked them for like a day and then you never liked them again.
It's an empty feeling. It's not real.
Put yourself through it.
Think about all the hard work you've done.
Right. That's right. So here's another thing. I'm talking a lot too. I don't know if you have anything for a wrap up. I'm just kind of like shotgunning all my stuff.
If I have something, I'll bring it up. But right now, I've been just crazy busy with work and other stuff too. So
totally feel that 100%. Oh my gosh. We've been in, I don't know. So they work on, we're in an agile development platform, right? Like in an agile, you have sprints, right? So coding sprints are when you're supposed to, you know, work really, really, really hard, you know, for the week, right? To get all these things done, to get the week done. So it feels like I've been in sprint for a year now.
Yeah, I'm sure the pandemic hasn't really helped that situation at all.
I'm also like, I don't think so. That's how sprint works. I don't think so.
Sprint is not supposed to be sustained.
A marathon.
Yes.
So it's been crazy. It's been super fun. Like, don't get me wrong. It's really rewarding. I love, you know, what I do, but gotta take a minute to breathe, you know? Yeah. So it's been crazy busy. And I've been trying to like, when I'm done with work, like just be completely done. Like, don't even look at a computer again. So I turn on, you know, like a movie, or I'll do something else, you know, just to prevent even the impulse of like going and doing something on the computer. So I watched The Sopranos. I finally actually watched all of The Sopranos.
Wow. Okay.
Have you seen The Sopranos? No?
I have not seen a single second of The Sopranos.
Well, okay. How can I do this without any spoilers? Easy. Totally easy. There is a character who is addicted to heroin, and I understand why addiction is horrible, right? Like it's definitely like they play on this a lot, and he has a lot of relapses, going back to, you know, the good old, I don't know if it's good, but you know, going back to the drugs. So when you said, you know, you're here for me and stuff like that, I'm like, oh man, it's just like in that Sopranos episode where that guy, he went back and then he contacted his sponsor and then they, you know, talked him off, and it was like, it was fine. But then like a couple episodes later, he was back there again and he's doing the same thing. So I just have to not be like that character.
Yep, pretty much. The one show I've been watching a lot of recently is Rick and Morty. I don't know if you watch that at all.
What are you talking about? You don't know if I watched that at all. I told you to watch that show, didn't I?
You might have, but I forgot. I talk to so many people all the time. It's hard to keep track of who said what.
Dude. All right. Weird flex, but okay. I talk to so many people all the time. I can't even keep track of how many conversations. So Rick and Morty.
I'm meaning like I don't remember who told me what. That's the point.
Is this the first time you've seen it?
Yeah. So the guy I work for, he has a business that he runs out of his house essentially. So like I just go to his house to work, and during our lunch breaks, we just put on Rick and Morty. And yeah, we've been putting in, let's see, we started from the beginning, and we watch anywhere from 1 to 2 episodes a day when I go into work. So I think we're up onto the current season now.
Yes, I was gonna say Wolfsbane beat me to it, but Mr. Meeseeks.
Mr. Meeseeks! Oh my gosh, that was
Hey,
a
Mr.
crazy
Meeseeks, look at me.
Look at me. He's just going nuts, like trying to make more Meeseeks. Oh my gosh.
Oh no, it was the best because like give him a simple task. He's like, hi, Mr. Meeseeks, look at me. He's like, Mr. Meeseeks, open Jerry's stupid jar. And do. It's like the Meeseeks fulfills a request and then stops existing. Like, oh no, trust me, they're cool with it.
Oh man.
Meeseeks is awesome. You did the Cronenberg one, right? You saw the Cronenberg one?
Yep.
Have you seen the one with the car battery?
Car battery. Oh, I think I remember that one. Yes, where he has he built like essentially like this universe inside the battery to generate power, right?
Miniverse, yeah.
Yeah, Miniverse, and then like they did the same thing to generate their power.
Yeah.
Oh, yep,
like,
civilization in a car battery.
Yeah. Any of those like Flugen jumper or whatever, like to generate the power. But then the car with Summer, it's just trying to keep Summer safe the whole time.
Yeah.
Summer is safe.
Yep.
I don't feel safe.
I don't feel safe. Yeah. Oh man.
You probably haven't gotten to Pickle Rick yet, right?
No, I got to Pickle Rick. That took some turns I was not expecting.
That was
as do
epic.
most episodes, I think, but that one especially, I did not see that coming.
Pickle Rick was great, just nonstop.
Now I understand why everyone was crazy about the McDonald's Szechuan sauce for so long. What else? It gets really dark sometimes on that show. I'm just like, what the hell am I watching?
Yeah, I mean, later they have to kind of reconcile like that Rick is not like a good person.
Mm-hmm.
They have to let you know that somehow. Yeah, when they start doing that, it's kind of like, oh, okay. Jerry's the best. The Jerry daycare.
Oh, so good. Oh man,
you're all here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's not right.
Right.
So I'm leaving. He's like, okay.
Okay.
So I'm leaving. He's like, that was always allowed. He goes out. He comes back and they're like, you're the one who left, right? He's like, yeah. It's like, it's okay. We all do it. It's like,
yeah.
Needs that. Yeah, right. What a hassle. Hey, can you help us figure out this VCR or whatever?
Yeah.
Try and plug it into the digital aux output? Yeah, we tried that. Oh, Jerry.
Oh. Jerry, man. What else has been going on? I have been working on some new music. I don't want to tease anything on the live stream just yet, but when we're done streaming, I'll show you what I got going on.
Oh boy, members only, guys.
Members only. It's I'll say this. I've had this project in mind for a few months now. I got really inspired to do this. So I'm trying to like make time for it now to see it through to fruition, because it's been about a month and a half since like I started it, and I've just been crazy busy with work and other things, and I'm trying to like be more adamant about it. So what was it? Yesterday I finished recording all the guitar parts. I got a solo in there. I was going to record bass, and then I realized because I have active pickups, my 9-volt battery was dead, and
struggles.
I haven't gotten one. So I programmed bass for now. I may go back and re-record real bass when I get a 9-volt battery. We'll see.
We'll see. Maybe.
We'll see. What else has been going on? Wood burning's kind of been taking a back seat just because I've been busy with work. But once I'm done with this music project, I've got a wood burning project that I'm going to be doing. So that'll be cool there. Yeah, I've been wanting to go to the beach, but not with so many people down here. Still not quite social distancing and not really wearing masks. So it's just a little iffy for me.
Those things are like, yeah, I think we can postpone that maybe.
Yeah. Oh, let's see.
Forgot if I had a keyboard shortcut for that, but apparently I don't. I should make one now.
You have to like type all that out, or
it's a copy paste. But I usually have like a set of like keyboard replacements. It's like keyboard shortcuts, right? So you type something, whatever.
Yeah. I've never actually seen all these things on Twitch, so.
Oh, it's not an emote. It's just ASCII characters. I'm too lazy for emotes.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna hit a random one.
So on mine, that just pops up as BizLoud. Yeah.
Track lists for the songs for this episode.
What?
Yes. Since you are kind of taking care of our Amazon music playlist, we'll shoot that over to you. I'll send it to you in like a DM or something. Chabra.
I know, I got to be careful. I gave you access to the scratch list, then you can see all the songs ahead of time. That's not cool. Where's the fun in that? Oh, I do have it. It is Gib. What the heck? Why didn't it expand? Let's see if we do this right. Gib. Works. Hey, and I triggered the timer. Look at that.
What is the trigger the timer? Okay, so you got to tell me what that's all about.
Oh, the timer for didn't you do the Streamlabs thing?
Yeah, I saw it. So
it's set to go off after I think like 25 lines of chat. Good old Streamlabs.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, there should be a list of commands too. I don't know. Are there? Do we have commands?
I don't know. So I'm seeing this through OBS, so I have no idea.
And I thought I set up commands.
Things. I don't know squat about this stuff.
Well, because I mean, like there's ones
everything.
like uptime, right? Like there's ones like that. There's ones like title, like.
Oh, okay.
Man, we don't even have title enabled. Holy smokes, man! We're like amateur streamers.
Yeah, I'll take that. Because I am.
Hey, can you think of any other like good commands, Wolfsbane? If you want to give any other good ones that would be in there for like a command, we should probably have one for the playlists. That's probably one. I need to start this now. Playlist is one of them. Just gives you links to the different playlists. Recent song. How are we going to update that though?
So I know on my side, it doesn't actually show, even though I'm running it. We have to get that set up. So like I have this separate program that I run called Snip that will take the artist and song information from Spotify and just save it to a text file that OBS can then reference. So if there's some way that Streamlabs can access that text file, then that'll show like the last played or like currently playing. That's close to, I think, that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
I'm trying to think.
But I guess like if we wanted to set that up on our stream anyway, it would almost be useless to have that as a command for the chat.
Yeah, so I think Wolfsbane's got it there. Like we could make a command which would be like the list of songs to add. So like they could add a song or a track. They could add the tracks into themselves.
Oh, kind of like a request thing. Okay.
Kind of, yeah. So basically, they could go and they could add the songs for what we feature. Then they would have to be like have to give them the list of tracks ahead of time, and they would have to go and put them in there as we're doing it.
I feel like we could just make a separate playlist somewhere at some point to do that, where like, okay, this is the sort of public request playlist. Drop your songs in here, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, your thing is something different, I think. So this would just be like our scratch list, but in a way to access it in the commands, right? So basically, there's just this database that Streamlabs has, or this set of like songs, and what we could do is when we start it, it just has the most recent song in there, and then when we introduce it, if someone like Wolfsbane in here goes and he has access to add the song to the command, then he can basically just add that. He'll put in his add command, and since he's a mod, he'll have access to do it, and it will update that field in Streamlabs. And then whenever someone else goes and types it, like, hey, show me the recent song, it'll pull up whatever he's entered last.
Interesting. Okay. I'm just trying to think, I guess, practically, like the use for, I feel like I kind of know what you're saying, but like in the show setting, for example, like how exactly would that function and look like?
Yeah, he's got it in chat.
Oh yeah, I don't even have my glasses on. So Mrs. Tractile, like I say, mod can update it for you after you guys mention it. Okay, so like basically people, if they want to request a song, no, that's not how it works. Okay, yeah, I have no idea what's going on then. I'm trying to understand this, and I feel like an idiot.
It's just so if we introduce a song, right, and then we move on, and someone missed the title to the last song that we played, this would be a way for them in Twitch chat to basically say like, hey, what was they do like the command for recent, and it would just show the recent song. The problem is that recent song has to be updated by someone manually.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
What Wolfsbane is saying is that he's like, oh, okay, how about, if I have it after you guys intro it, since he's there and he's a mod, he'll add the song track. So then as we keep talking about it, if it's like 5 minutes later and someone wants to see the recent song, then they just hit that, and then whatever he's put in there will be on that. So that's definitely what we can do. So I'll call it recent, and I'll start making these. Add recent command for Metallurgy. What was the other one?
I see what you're saying now. It makes more sense, but yeah, I would have no idea of how to set that up. It sounds like you guys got a handle on it.
So I'll do playlists. That'll be the other one.
Cool.
Any others? I'm looking at my task list right now. So I have the socials one, schedule, like just show when we stream. It'll just have like a default canned response of like when we actually like stream.
Okay.
Recent, playlists, and then about. So about was just kind of like a more synopsis of us.
Okay.
I actually added one in here, I think.
I
think we have. Yeah, buddy.
Oh my gosh, that is great.
So I need to add mods to the quote list. Add mods. Access.
That is awesome.
Yeah, and like whenever that's the thing, right? So if we say something funny, like the spaghetti thing, and someone like one of the mods goes and puts that in the quote list, it puts the quote in there with a date stamp at least. So then anyone can do the quote command, and it will just pull up a random quote from stuff that we've done.
Interesting. Okay.
Do the add quote.
Yeah, there's so much about this stuff that like I'm so unaware of. I'm just trying to like get it functioning, not even like all this other jazz.
Yeah. There's definitely so much more. Okay. So I can definitely do that. Socials is a good one. About's a good one. Schedule. Yeah, if there's any that you guys think of, just shoot me a message, DM me,
okay,
add me on Twitter or whatever it is.
Yeah. Whatever you got. No, not at all, man. You were talking the perfect amount. I guess sorry if at least I wasn't seeing or replying too much to your comments there. I've got two computers running with two screens, and I'm trying to like. There's so much going on my end. Like I'm surprised I'm able to make any of it work.
Steve is master DJ right now, so like
Yeah.
I'm all hands off on Steve master DJ. I'm like, let him do his thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So like on one computer, I've got Skype, OBS, Spotify, and then a separate audio routing program. On my other computer, I'm running Reaper to record my audio. I've got the Google Doc open for our outline, and then I've got Skype again running on that one. So it's just like crazy, crazy stuff.
We're doing a lot of like potentially unnecessary complexity. That's all my fault.
No, it's fine. I feel like, I mean, we got it working now, but I don't know how else we would have gotten it to work. So
one computer. I mean,
yeah.
It wouldn't have been fun. Let's just say that. It would have been like I think the virtual audio routing that we're doing, like that program, is good for like the simplest of tasks. I'm just like, you do you over here. Don't even bother me with the stuff I got going on over here because I don't trust you at all.
Yeah, man. That's actually what was causing problems with my dual mic recording thing. Was yeah. So it was that mixed with so on Windows. So the computer I have recording Reaper where I need to have like the dual mic recording going on. I basically have to set because that computer runs Windows 7, so I have to set my hardware interface as like the default communications device and not the virtual audio routing program, because that's where like Reaper gets confused and like it's trying to like two programs accessing the one device like was causing issues with it. So once I changed that over, it started to work.
Gotcha. Yeah, that stupid Windows thing where it's like they only let you control one device at a time. Isn't there like a box you can uncheck to allow or like not allow devices to take explicit access or control of a sound card?
So there's like it's technically a different driver on Windows. So like the generic drivers, if we're not looking at ASIO, so that's the normal like drivers for hardware stuff. On Windows, you have WDM and MME. Those are like the kind of baked in drivers for Windows. WDM is like the sharing driver. So like you could use that driver with multiple programs, but it's not perfect. It's got some issues, and it always has. So
interesting. Yeah, because I saw that checkbox just buried like in the hardware settings at one point in time. And I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. Right? Like,
yeah, and maybe there is something else in there too that I'm missing, but that's just kind of like my experience with all of this.
Was it game? Is that what it is? Game. Nope. Trying to think of all these commands as we go along.
Yeah.
Just because there are some that are built in, but I know I turned a lot of them off when I set up Streamlabs, just because I didn't want like just a bunch of randos, rando commands being available.
Sure.
Look at the other ones. Let's see.
I think of like, what would be useful and entertaining.
So they do have like a way to request. Ooh boy.
There we go. Salt and lime lager.
It's summertime right there, man.
Heck yeah.
They do have was I gonna say? They have ways to like play even like gambling games, or like you can bet and like stuff like that inside of the chat.
What?
Yeah, man. Like you can do everything.
The more I do this stuff, the more I find out, and I'm just like, who does this?
They can, you can set up a request section. So that is something that, we can do at some point, right? Is set up a request like queue that people can add to, or people can put a bunch of songs in, and then you just basically, it opens a browser, or you just put it's not a browser, I guess. You just put in one of the frames in your scenes. You just put one of the source URLs as one of the Streamlabs things, and basically people put all this stuff in this queue, and then you just play from that little scene, and it would play whatever is queued up in there from listeners, or chatters, whatever.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool to do. Like, once we have like enough listeners and people on the stream to do kind of like a request episode.
I'll do a request one. So I'll add a request command that everyone can access.
Mm-hmm.
Then they can just put in any request that they want to.
Sweet.
I had to yell at Comcast the other day.
Uh-oh. What for?
Yeah. Well, so during the shelter in place for COVID, right? They basically took off all their download caps. They're just like, whatever. Everyone download whatever they want to. And now they removed it. And I tore through that sucker in just a couple days. And so I had to go get that figured out. That was one thing. The other thing is that we've been here for 2 years now. So the quote unquote, intro pricing that they give you, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I tore through 1.5 terabytes download in a couple days. It's kind of crazy. Gone. Well, we've been here for 2 years, and the way Comcast works is the 2-year introductory price that they give you, right? Then it bumps up to like the higher price. I'm sure you've had this with some cable company.
Yeah, probably AT&T a while back when we lived in Wisconsin.
So the thing there is that when they do that, I understand, right? I understand that, my contract's up and I no longer qualify for this promotional pricing and you have to increase me to another price. What I don't understand is that if you offer newer plans that are cheaper, even at the non-agreement price, right? So if you were out of contract and you refuse to sign another contract, you have a plan that is cheaper and faster than the one that I'm currently on. Because my promotional pricing is up, you're just going to now increase that by $40 and just charge me the higher price for slower internet.
You couldn't just sign a new contract or something?
Could, but this is the problem, right? Is you have to be the one to reach out to them to set up signing a new contract, right? They prey on your inaction.
Yeah, that tracks. That sounds like an American business model.
Well, it's because the internet isn't regulated, right? Like it's all owned by private companies or publicly owned companies that are, all there to make money. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They'll never tell you about it, and they'll never offer you the discounts, right? They'll say, oh, that's only for new customers, right? You can go onto like their website usually, and when you type in your address, they're like, oh, it looks like you're already a customer. Let's show you custom deals just for you, right? If you avoid that and type in like a house like that doesn't exist on your street, but it still thinks, you'll see all the new customer pricing, and it's always like $20 cheaper per month. Right? It's horrible. Internet companies are the worst. It's really bad. It's really bad. So anyway, so when I said I yelled at them, I can't yell at them because they're all their offices are closed, and it's all chat. So that's pretty much what I went to. But I was very good about it. Let me see. I'll see if I can pull up a snippet, because I actually saved the chat transcript. Man, you think I was drinking tonight, but all I have is my Skittle juice.
It's Skittle juice. Is that the really sweet one?
Yes.
Yeah.
No joke. I bought, or Alex bought 4 packs of them.
Woo! Dang, dude.
4 12 packs, and that's gonna last me like a month. It'll be great. Let me see what I said to this guy. I tried to be so diplomatic about it too, man. Like I tried to be a good person.
Yeah, I always give people the benefit of the doubt for quite a long time, but then like when people, oh, here we go. Is still cheaper.
Yeah. And then let's see, what else did I say?
Yeah.
And like I was trying to be nice to the person too, right? Because they can't do anything about this. And you know, like then I sent them this whole thing.
Rehab. Do you have a contact number for the billing agreement department to still feel company is taking advantage of the camera latches? Most aggressive diplomatic statement.
So
yeah.
So after this whole thing happened, they gave me a feedback form, right? They're like, "Hey, how would you rate your experience?" You know, oh boy, here we go. You know, knuckles crack, like ready to go. They have a character limit on their feedback.
Son of a no!
1,024 characters, and I hit it for sure.
Dang.
Just the worst. Okay.
That's yeah, companies, man. It's annoying.
I don't yes, companies can be annoying, right? But I have never found any company that's more shady than internet service providers.
Maybe
Straight
like cell phone service providers.
Telecommunication was my next
second.
one. Yes.
Yeah.
Telecommunication.
Because they're kind of all like in the same category in a way.
For sure, right? I think the thing with cell phones though is like you can definitely get on like a non-contract plan, and you can now actually stay on those non-contract plans forever, right? There's not any other incentive for them to tie you into a new contract, especially because now you can buy unlocked phones and just jump wherever you want to jump. You know, it's the only incentive they used to have is when they'd subsidy everything, right? So now that everyone realizes that phones actually cost, you know, $500, people will pay that and then say, you know what? No, I already bought the phone. I already did the big expensive thing. You give me just good service at a decent price. But
yeah.
Okay. Woosah. Happy feelings. Rub the earlobes.
Yep. We're good. We're good. What else? I
have another thing.
You have another thing? Go for it, man.
I started watching Lord of the Rings.
Yay! All right. So have you gone through all of them yet or no?
I'm on Return of the King, and I'm slogging through it. I'm not saying that it's
regular editions, extended
editions. Regular editions.
My man.
Peasant. My man. That's the other good one too.
I'm so glad that I'm able to find that GIF now and use it everywhere.
My man. Oh man. Yeah, so extended editions all the way. So I'm on Return of the King.
Cool. I think we're going to be shortly behind you because Nicole just brought that up the other night that she wants to rewatch them again. So we'll be catching up.
Yeah. It's good. Like I forgot. It's been a long time since I've watched it. It's been at least 2 years since I've seen Lord of the Rings.
I barely can go a year without seeing them. This is we're going to start it again now. This will start the third time just in 2020 we've watched the trilogy. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can do that with the Dark Knight trilogy. That's the only trilogy I can do that with. Oh yeah, man. If you haven't seen it,
of course you're still allowed, man. We don't judge here, man. It's like We just get to then share the experience once you have seen it. It's like me catching up with Rick and Morty, right? Now we get to all make the jokes and talk about it. Now it's your turn with Lord of the Rings. So get on it, JK. You go at your own pace, man.
No judging. Have I escaped the pizza argument? Am I still in the clear for that one?
Okay, I'm not going to give you shit. I just want to know where you're coming from, man.
Nope.
Not anymore.
So someone brought this up to me about sandwiches too, how like sandwiches are inherently like a lazy food, right? Like it's just not like a good meal. It's just an efficient way to eat food, right? I'm not saying the same thing about pizza, but I'm going to use kind of some logic from those type of arguments where pizza inherently is a convenience food for sure, right? Like I think we can all agree on that, right? It's a one dish, got everything on it. It's basically just a utility to get, here's how I can get as much calories, protein, carbs, and maybe some, vegetable substance-ish into my mouth, into my body that can sustain me for the next however long, right? Pizza is great when you're in your 20s. Pizza is great when you're in high school. Pizza is great when you're a kid. And then there comes a point in time in everyone's life where you realize that pizza is...
Sorry. That's good. It's a good, I don't want to cook food.
Let's just call it pizza, right? But yeah. So Wolfsbane leads on to kind of my argument. There comes a time where you just realize that you are copping out and that you objectively look at pizza and you're like, this is not really good, right? Like, I don't get any enjoyment out of this. I just now only see the utility. Now, there are good pizzas, right? I think there are places that make good pizza. And when you have that pizza, it's like, oh, this is good. Like, I like the flavor. I like the sauce. I like the way they prepared the crust. Like, I like all of that. It tastes good. But that's not usually the pizza everyone thinks of, right? When I say pizza and someone says like, oh, like it's delivery, I'm like, no, it's DiGiorno. Where it's got like the super sweet, like overly sweet sauce, just like rubbery mozzarella cheese, like pre-sliced pepperoni junk that's on there, right? Like I'm out. I don't enjoy it. Like I don't like it. It's not something I will ever reach for. Like I said, if there's pizza there and that's the only thing that's available, like I will eat it, but I will never go actively seek it out. Frozen pizza is the worst. Get out of here. Now you have to leave. I'm sorry. I'm judging. Frozen pizza, get out. No. If you are cooking DiGiorno when you say I don't want to cook food, man, like, no way. Get out of here.
Okay, bye.
Okay, later. Stream ended. Like, no more podcast. Everyone's gone.
Oh, man.
But if you make your own pizza, right? And this, I guess, is a problem too. Like, just the older you get, like, or the more things that you do, when you actually like make a pizza, like in a wood fire grill, or you have like a fresh made pizza like in the wood fire grill, or you find a nice place that makes like good New York style pizza, like you taste that. And I don't want to say it ruins all the pizza because that's not true, because the pizza was never good to begin with.
You can't ruin something that sucks. That's what I got from that.
Yeah, it's greasy. It's not good. I don't know what it was. Like, it was probably 3 years ago that this happened, where I just stopped liking pizza.
Damn, man. I hear you. I mean, I understand that argument, and it makes sense. I'm just not one of those people that follows that argument.
I get that.
Yeah. Like, I definitely will agree that, like, I think pizza is one type of food where, like, the variance between the really good kind and the really crappy kind is huge. Whereas, like, for something else, like, the difference between, like, the worst burger you've ever had and then, like, the best burger you've ever had, like, isn't near as wide as it is for pizza, I think. Maybe that could be argued, but...
I think with anything, right, there's like gourmet, which is like what a lot of people think of, but I don't know. I don't even want to take, because the pizza that I like isn't gourmet pizza, right? It's just to me, right, it's all the things I wanted in a pizza and all the things I didn't want. All the things that I thought I liked about pizza, right? The convenience, the greasy, the whatever, the to go. When I had other pizzas, I'm like, no, like that's not what I enjoy about it, right? When you have your 18th pepperoni pizza and they all kind of start tasting the same, right? Like you can pretty much say that, right? All these pizzas kind of taste the same. You got to wonder, it's like, well, what am I doing, right? To your burger point, right? Like if I have a cheeseburger from 3 different restaurants, that cheeseburger tastes different. Like no doubt.
That's true. Yeah.
If I have pizza from 3 different places, pizza is pretty much going to taste like pizza, especially if it's pepperoni. Pepperoni masks everything, right?
Yeah, that's true.
All of my family hates me, by the way, because whenever they're like, "Hey, what should we get for dinner?" and I'm like, "I don't know." I'm like, "What about pizza?" I'm like, "Ugh, no."
I hate you guys. Oh man. Well, I mean, I understand where you're coming from. So like, you like what you like, you don't like what you don't like.
Yeah.
That's simple. My mind has been a little blown by that pepperoni comment. I can't untaste it. It's very true.
Problem, man, right? You get just cheap pepperoni. And I said that masks the flavor of everything, right? That's all you taste. Pizza.
Yeah, I have had some like higher end pizzas where like they used like really good quality like meat toppings, and it's definitely had a way better flavor. Like the pepperoni that they have is like definitely had its own kind of unique flavor that's like sets it apart from your everyday pepperoni. So like the potential there for pizza to be really good is still there, but it's also like it's a lot of times you're gonna have to pay an arm and a leg for it too.
Which goes back to my thing is like, you have to remember what pizza is. You're buying pizza for everyone to eat. It's one meal, one cost. When you break it down into that, where it's like, think about it. You and your wife aren't going to tear apart an entire large pizza if you order one. I mean, you probably can.
Underestimate us.
I'm not saying that it's a good thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
But if we're talking about a portioned meal, right? If you get a meal from any other restaurant and you weigh it comparatively in terms of calorie count, and cost, a pizza is a pretty good deal. Even a gourmet or like a high-end pizza is a really good deal. And it's why a lot of, college kids and stuff like that, like people buy pizza because it's cheap and it feeds a bunch of people. It fills you up. It gets the job done.
Yeah.
So when you think of it that way, it's cheaper than going out for sushi. It's cheaper than going out for, like even just like Italian meals, right? Like it probably comes out a wash when you look at it that way. If you're going to higher end pizza. So why not go for something that's going to like taste good? Problem there is that everyone has to be on board with the same pizza. And that's where
Yeah, everyone
you can't do none of this 50-50 nonsense. That never works. Someone always gets screwed because some topping inevitably makes its way over into the place it's not supposed to be.
Yeah, I can see how that's definitely an issue, like in a family that's more than 2 people. It's never a problem for me and my wife because we don't have kids. So, but I can see where that becomes an issue.
Well, it's me versus the world there because they all like cheese. Anything else? No, just cheese.
Yeah. Mushrooms.
I want mushrooms. Like just mushrooms? Can't do just mushrooms on pizza. Or like pepperoni mushroom? Nah.
Yeah, a lot of my like immediate family enjoys pepperoni and mushroom. My wife likes mushroom and black olives on her side, and then I get usually pepperoni and or some combination of pepperoni and something else on the other side.
Mushrooms are the one thing. It's like, if I had to get one thing right, this fungus surely has to be it, right? Like, I feel like this one, I can't skimp out. I mean, the pepperonis maybe, right? Like it's meat, it's spice, it's whatever, right? But a mushroom, I feel like that bar, most places aren't going to meet that bar. And I don't know, like, are you even
Ooh.
Just add pineapple on pizza.
I
You know where I'm at on that one.
think you're a negative ghostwriter.
I think I'm a fully out on pineapple on pizza.
It's not my favorite. If again, if it's there, I'll eat it, but I'm not going to order it.
Hang up this call right now. I'm just kidding. Pick it off, but then it still tastes all sweet and everything.
It's got pineapple juice on it still.
You can't unsee it. It's like onions, man. Like, like once someone adds raw onions to something, it's ruined forever.
See, that's okay. Like I'm personally like coming around a little bit on raw onions. Like I have to be in the mood for it, but like on a burger, like In-N-Out, like I can get raw onion on a double, but I have to be in the mood for it.
Yeah. But I think the thing is that if you don't want onion on something,
And it's
raw
there.
onions touches something, like
It's
just
annoying.
sniffs it, right? Like just comes within the social distancing, protocols. If it breaks, social distancing
6
protocols,
feet.
it immediately tastes like onion now. And I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah,
No.
that's true. That's very true.
So, and like I said, with the pizza, nothing ruins a bite of pizza like getting a mushroom on your side, or getting an onion on your side, or a pepper on your side. It's always because it's masked under the cheese too, right? So it's like skies.
Yes.
And it's always when you take that first bite too. It's never like the last bite. It's either the first bite or one like right in the middle, right?
Yep. And it's always hidden. You never see it. And then you're
And
trying
you
to
have
look for more, and then it's not there because that was the only one. And you're like, what the hell?
Yeah. But then you're paranoid the entire time you're eating the rest of that slab.
Yes. Yes.
Anxiety will
Yes.
never go away. You're just like, oh, what if I hit another onion? Then you have PTSD the next time you get a pizza where you're just like, what if they accidentally somewhere? Have you gotten that? That's the worst luck ever. Where you get like just a full pizza, but just whoever was preparing it accidentally, like
Yep.
that's the most heartbreaking thing ever.
Yep.
You're just enjoying.
I feel you, man. That sucks.
See, everyone's had it. Everyone
Yeah.
knows. Everyone knows exactly what that feels like. Oh,
PTSD, pizza traumatic stress disorder.
the topping stress disorder.
Pizza topping. There we go. Yeah, that's better. I like that one. Hey, moving to Arizona. When is that happening?
Is your body going to be able to take it? Sounds like last time you moved, you couldn't even move.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Congrats.
Congratulations.
End of September. Ugh, it's going to be all hot. Ugh. That does not sound fun at all. So good luck with that.
Oh, have fun.
Yeah. Yeah, AC's a wonderful thing.
We don't have AC in this house.
Dang. Yeah, we're lucky. We had AC in our place when we lived in LA, but it didn't work. It would just blow like room temperature air no matter what we did. Yeah, that'll be good. Better for the family.
Just air. Did you want just air? No, I wanted conditioned air. Okay, so I just got air.
Yeah. All I got's this air, man. Sorry.
Whoa,
Oh,
AC is
well,
required
that's-
by law?
Is that like
Makes
the
sense, I guess,
only
for
law they
desert
have there? JK.
Insane.
Yeah, I haven't been to Arizona too much. I've only like driven through that one little corner when driving to Vegas and back. Federal Housing Act. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
You're,
Yeah, that makes sense.
sense. You're, 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 Is that not everywhere? I want AC.
Yeah.
AC, but internet is still, arm and a leg.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess you need to be comfortable more than be informed. Oh, wait.
Oh. Yeah. I'm sure.
Is that what you're going to school for? Is HVAC? Well, that's perfect.
Noise. Yeah, there'll
Yeah.
definitely be a good drum market there then. Hopefully it's not. There you go. Yeah, starts in August. That's good. Hopefully it's not going to be like oversaturated and you're going to have to like fight for positions. But I feel like there's got to be enough open jobs out there that it shouldn't be too hard. Okay, online portion. That's good. Oh, that's good, man. Perfect. Gotta love that.
Demand the AC. I declare. No one. Maybe.
No. They're like, okay, that's good. I can only type so fast.
You gotta switch your keyboard layout like I did. You can type 5% faster after 6 months of retraining yourself. You didn't think that was good enough? Not enough
Not
of a
gonna lie,
reward?
you had me in the first half.
Mans. Okay. Oh, we have hugs.
Hugs.
You have schedule. All right, I just finally logged into Streamlabs. So we have schedule.
Oh, okay.
We have hug. What is it?
Oh.
Or Metallurgy Podcast on Twitch, right?
Yes.
Cool. We have that and uptime.
Something happened on my end. I can't hear you.
Oh, can't hear me anymore?
Yeah, okay, I hear you now. It did this earlier once, so I'm not sure what it is. Something just like kind of resets itself. But dang it, Reaper stopped recording.
Bro, when?
An hour 17 in. So I think we got the show.
That's good. That's all that really matters. How do I add more quotes?
Okay. I'll have to figure that out later.
Add quote?
Thought I had this. Dang you programs. No, it's not the ambient noise. So on the computer that I'm running my recording software and Skype on at the same time, I don't know. It's something with a driver. I'm not sure what it is. Ugh. I'm just so tired of trying to troubleshoot problems.
Oh, I think we lost him.
Do again either. Dang it. What is this?
Oh no. Oh no.
Let me
It
do
might
this.
be a good time to call the stream.
Yeah, I think we're gonna call it for tonight, Wolfsbane.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out, though.
Have a good one. See you next time. I'll send you all the commands. We'll have it all figured out. It'll be great.
Yep. We'll keep you in the loop on everything, so we'll be good. Thanks. You all have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.